Good morning. This is Margaret Fetty at the University of Sewing, and this is Facebook Live. Good morning, everybody. Well, we made it through Valentine's Day, but the entire month of February is embroidery month. So in just a few moments, I'm going to go back to our 790 and show you the high-speed embroidery unit that we have. And we're going to demo, at the beginning of February, we did a design, and we're going to demo the design again, but on the high-speed embroidery unit. And I'm going to just tell you something. I just tested just a little bit of this, and it was fascinating how much better and how much faster it goes on this new embroidery unit. So we've got that, and I wanted to make sure that everybody shared today. So we've got two different things here. One, we've got this wonderful cut loose press. They put out these wonderful little single sheet patterns. You have on the front of them, what do you need? What are you going to do? A picture of the completed project. And then what they do is show you the steps to get there. And I will tell you, I really like it for the person who's a little bit more skilled. I'm talking not necessarily that you have to be advanced, but they do seem to work a little bit better, I think, if you either are doing them in a class or you're doing them with someone who's a little bit more skilled, because they don't give you as much detail as some patterns. The other thing, we've got a two-parter today. The other thing we're going to give away is this Casey Quick Case. This is a wonderful little case that you can put your scissors, you could use it for a glass case, you could use it to put utensils in, your markers, everything that you just want to sock away and have this cute little bag to go with it. Well, this is not just it's not just the pattern, it's also a kit. So we have these two things we're giving to the person who shares. And I want to thank you guys. Last week we had 20 shares. That was amazing. And I am so grateful that you guys did that. Can we beat it? That would be fun. Could we beat it? Also, we are just under 1,000 people on our YouTube channel. So if you've had a chance to go over there and subscribe, we really like that. And we love to share new things over there. And I try to keep the content fresh over there. All of our granny samplers are on a playlist over there. You can see any of the Facebook Lives. I try to make sure you know what demos are included in those. And we have a lot of different other things like demonstrating machines and how to, if you own a Bernina, that's a great place to go over and see how you put the hook in and out of your machine the easy way. Did I mention it's the easy way? There's a lot of people who do it in ways that they practically have to stand their head to do it, and you don't want to be one of them. You want to do it the easy way. So go over there and check that out if you haven't done that. So this is the gifts today for sharing, and I really, again, want to thank you guys a bunch. You're making me really excited about this. We're growing. I love it. Okay, so we have an upside-down piece of paper. Let's try with it right side up. Okay, we have all these wonderful, fun, exciting things that are going on in the month of February. Where did November come from? Well, February is it, and we're going to show you the 790, and if you were interested in a 790, right now is a really great time to get it, because you're going to get the suitcase system, you're going to get an embroidery bundle, and you're going to get 50% off of the embroidery software. And right now, we are doing the software inspiration class. And if you think you're interested in buying this version 9 software, well, if you buy this package, it's a great time to get it because you'll get it for 50% off. But the other thing is, we aren't charging for the software inspiration class, and you can come to that. Alice is directing that. What she does is she goes in there and she tells you about the project they're going to do that week and all the things you're going to learn about the software. And then she plays you video from Bernina. The educators there have put together some really wonderful videos on how you use that software. Then After that, you guys get to talk about it and ask questions. So it's a really lovely experience for you. You really will get a lot out of it. We're only doing them once a month, so it's not a huge obligation in time, but you'll learn about your new software. Okay, so then the other thing we've got right now going on, if you didn't know it, if you've been debating on embroidery, you weren't sure you wanted to get into it, well, my goodness, right now is a wonderful time because you can get your embroidery module for 25% off. Now, of course, they go with specific machines. So if you have a 7 series, you want to get a 7 series embroidery unit. We have the older units. Those are really, really good prices. And we have the newer units, but you still get 25% off. And I would tell you about the financing, that this particular financing is gone, so there's no point in that. Don't forget, we have a pre-purchase deal going on our 590s. Now, I'm just going to tell you, I cannot tell you the pricing for those on the videos here because we're not allowed to do that. You can see the MSRP price online. And so if you think you're interested in getting that 590, it comes with an embroidery unit. It comes with a whole box of Swarovski crystals, which is really gorgeous. And it comes with an embroidery bundle and the suitcase system. So it's a great deal. You're going to get lots and lots of free gifts with it. And you're going to be able to maybe even get a little bit better price right now. So if you pre-order, let me know. We'll get you into it and you can get it for a really great price. So we're going to go, and I'm going to, number one, I'm going to stop right here and make sure you don't forget. If you're really thinking a more budget-minded embroidery machine, this B70 is a great idea. Do you have our prices up? Okay. So the price on this B70, because it's an embroidery unit, but that's all it does, is it just does embroidery. And you can see it has a pretty big field that it can work in. So it has this nice big square hoop that comes with it, and it is
coming up. It is the demo or the regular.
The regular.
$16.99. The regular price is $22.69.
$22.69 is our normal price, and this one is $16.99.
Yes.
Okay, so that is a great deal, guys. So if you're thinking you would like an embroidery exclusive machine, this is a nice machine to think about.
And this one we can ship.
And we can ship the B70s. I forgot about that. Any of our Bernettes, if you see a Bernette in here and you want it shipped to you, we can do that. You will need to call us so we can get you the shipping information, but it's actually, it's doable. It's doable. We also have this 500, which is not as big as some of the other machines, obviously, but it's embroidery exclusive. And if you're doing, say, things like patches or badges or things like that, this might be the perfect solution for you. And is this one, am I right, is this a demo? 500?
I'm having a hard time pulling it up. My computer's not cooperating.
Well, in the meantime, say hello, Denise.
Good morning, everyone.
Okay,
Good
it is
morning.
a demo unit, and the normal price for those is $4,699. That demo unit is at $36.99.
That's a great deal on that
So that is a fantastic deal on that.
Oh,
so,
your quilt designer is on.
Oh, Mark.
Mark
Jacobs. Hey, Mark, good morning. We will see you in a bit. That's going to be wonderful. Okay, so let's keep going. We got to move on with these machines because I don't want you to miss out anything. You know probably by now if you've been joining us, but if you're kind of new to the Bernina thing, what you might not realize is the 770 Plus was upgraded to include pinpoint placement. So you add the embroidery unit onto this machine and you now can do something that was never available until just recently for these machines. You had to go up to a 790 or an 880. So this is really cool that you can do that. Right here are a number of things that have been made on our embroidery machines. They're so pretty, very cool stuff. don't forget, we also have a 700 embroidery machine. Now this will fit up to the maxi hoop. And I know some of you have pre-ordered the maxi hoop. Please continue giving me orders. I've got plenty of them ordered. Once they come in, I promise everybody will get theirs. But we've had a little bit of a struggle getting those in. But don't worry, they'll be here. And when they are, right now is the great time to buy them because they're 25% off. And as that they are typically just over $500 for that maxi hoop. You really want to buy it now while it's 25% off. It's a good deal. So we have the embroidery exclusive machines. We've got 3 of them in stock right now. So you can't beat that. If you're thinking you want an embroidery exclusive machine, right now is a fabulous time to do that. So we're going to walk over here to our...
Hey, Margaret, can I point out one thing?
Of course.
Well, the Indianapolis Boat, Sport, and Travel Show is going to be going on. But I always like to make sure people realize Berninas are still cheaper than a bass boat, a big pickup truck, or a 4-wheeler.
That's for sure. It's amazing how much those things can cost. And our boys like their toys, but the ladies, we love our machines. Although, I'll tell you what, we're seeing a lot of men coming in talking about embroidery, talking about clothing construction, talking about long arming. We've got a lot of guys who are doing all of that, so we don't want to leave you out of it. Now, Dave, I want you to go over and take a picture of the 790 we have over there. 2 weeks ago, what we did was we demoed that. We're going to do the exact same design. And so what we've done is we've got a 790. This is a demo machine, and this one's got an amazing price of $8,999. You're going to get your embroidery unit, you're going to get the machine, all the bells and whistles that come with a 790, and who knows, you might even get some other things thrown in there like an embroidery bundle. So if you're thinking you want to get a really great deal on your 790, this has a full warranty and it's really pretty. So we did this demo 2 weeks ago, and then I'm going to come over here onto our new 790 over here, and this one comes with an embroidery bundle. It comes with your suitcase system. It comes with a coupon for 50% off of your software, and we're going to throw in a high-speed embroidery unit with this particular model. So this is the new high-speed model. It is going the faster speed. It is going to be much quicker than that other. It's not as noisy. We can actually talk over top of it. It's doing a gorgeous job. I love this design. It's so beautiful. And so we've got it going on here, and it is doing it at this faster speed. That's what the little bunny rabbit's there for. And here we are. The last time we did this, just in that little bit of talking, it had hardly gotten the first little, what do you want to call it, little swirl leap. And it's already starting on the major part of the design. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of walk away from this, and we're going to let it do its thing and see if it gets done by the time you and I are done, and we can show that off to you. So I wanted to let you know all of these things are available for you to come in here and demo. You never ever want to buy your next sewing machine without sitting down and sewing on it. I had a wonderful experience with a customer here recently. Sadly, she bought something else, but she had said, you know, she was just fascinated at it because she thought, this is a high-end machine. I'm going to be really happy with it. She got it home. She started using it, and she was just like, what she was disappointed in is it did not feel like the machine was very substantial. This was an expensive upper-end model in one of the other brands, and she just didn't feel like it was substantial. So what happened was she came in here, And we started talking about the Berninas, and I told her about the wonderful thing that Bernina has is this great stitch. It's got the cast aluminum frame on it, and I said it's really interesting. Up until Bernina's, I used to sew on industrial sewing machines, and I was really surprised when I sat down at a regular Bernina sewing machine. I'm not talking about the high-end ones. I'm talking about just a little entry model. And I've discovered that this machine was really amazing in that it had all of the qualities of my industrial, as far as having a good feel to it and a great stitch. But what it had was even better, is it had bells and whistles. I could cut my threads. I could go and lift my needle up with just the press of a button. I could go and do so many things that that industrial would never do. Industrials don't do decorative stitches. They don't do all these other things. Well, unless you have one dedicated to that. But the really funny part about this is when you sit here and you look at all these things, and I thought, oh my goodness, I'm really scared of all that computer stuff. But the wonderful thing is that I can go and I can press something on this machine and I can go ahead and do that. But there's a question mark on our sewing machines. So we can hit a question mark and we can hit the question mark, and then we can hit the stitch, and then it tells us about what that stitch is. It tells us what it can be used for, and it gives us a lot of information. The other really wonderful thing that the Bernina sewing machine does with this computer is I just have to hit the information button. That I is an information button. And what I can do is I can do mirror imaging with just the press of a button. There's a wonderful button on this 770 Plus that is called Elongation. And what normally happens when you try to make a little design like this wider, usually the stitches separate out. Well, the really fun thing about the Bernina is it fills it in. So you can actually see this in what it's going to do. Those stitches, by the way, are the actual size. So you're not guessing. So there's some really wonderful things that this machine can do. I can end up with the same amount of fill in for that stitch and just elongate it, and it doesn't look funny. And you could never do that before. What would happen when you would make a stitch longer? Well, here, let's try it out. We're going to take that one off. We're going to do that. And what we're going to do is we're just going to make it longer. See what happens? Usually when you make it longer, that's what it does. Well, with this new elongation feature that Bernina has, I can go back. We're going to go back here for a second. We're going to clear that part out. And then instead, what we're going to go is in the information. We'll go to the elongation. We'll take and make it that big again. And we want to do it that. So we're going to go back to the normal settings, and then we'll go up here. Oh, too much. Is being too enthusiastic. There you go. Look at that. It's all filled in. It doesn't have those big wide spaces between the stitches, and it's going to look amazing. Now, why would you need something like that? Why would it even be important? Well, if you have a garment, a Christmas stocking, let's just use a Christmas stocking because we all make Christmas stockings for the people we love. So you've got the cuff on the Christmas stocking and you want to put a Christmas design on it. Well, if you know what that measurement all the way around is and you have this design on there, you can go up to the screen. You can measure it. And you can say, okay, that will go around my piece, but it will only go around it, let's say, 22.5 times. Well, you can just change the length of that until you can get it to be evenly spread out around the whole cuff. And it only takes you a couple of minutes to do that. And it's not a bunch of trial and error. And you're just wondering what in the world happened that you've gone and you've done all this work and you still can't get that design to go on exactly how you want. Well, now all you have to do is figure out how much space you've got and how you're going to break it up, and you can make it. I can say I want this to be exactly 1 inch. And if my cuff is 22 inches around it, then I can make sure that I can make that 1 inch, and then I'm going to make 22 of those, and I can sew exactly 22 of them. Because what I can do now is I go back to that information part, and I can tell the machine I want to do 22. And it'll sew 22 of those designs onto whatever I'm doing. I had never thought it could be so easy. So then the machine is ready to go, and we will see if I'm right about that, because sometimes I'm wondering, it is like everything else with a computer in me. No, it's right on there. So you can see the 22. So it is set up and ready to sew 22 of that design. So it's really, really fun. It's nice to be able to actually, now you can plan out your decorative stitches. You can plan out just like you would your embroidery. You can plan this stuff out and you can stitch the way you want. And I think the reason a lot of people haven't used a lot of their decorative stitches over the years is because you just never know what they're going to do. You're always frustrated with it in the end because you don't know how far it's going to go around. You don't know how big it's going to turn out. You have to do so many samples. It can be so frustrating.
Hey, Margaret, say hello to your East and West Coast friends.
Do we have both my East and West Coast friends on here? I love this. Well, I'm guessing that Debbie Bean's on, and I'm guessing that Elaine Middleton's on. So hello to both of you. We are very appreciative to have you. Hey guys, I'm giving away great prizes today. You can get this really cute scrap tape zipper pouch from Cut Loose Designs. It's super simple. It is also something that is really great to use to get rid of some of those scraps you have. Then we have this really cute kit from Lazy Girl Littles. It is called Quick Cases, the Casey Quick Cases, and it's a kit. So you're going to get everything you need to be able to make this. Well, I'm hearing something. Do you think that we're done with that embroidery, Dave?
I don't know. Wait a second.
Okay, wait a second. No, not quite. Almost. I think that we can get it done during this particular broadcast. We'll see. Anyway, please share our videos because this way your friends know about us. We've got some amazing fabrics that we are going to introduce to you tomorrow. We've got lovely stuff that's coming in the future. We've got some Northcott lines that are coming in May and June that are going to blow your minds. This one is so beautiful, and we are going to do kits for it, and we're all going to need some of this. It is just phenomenal. It's a Northcott line called Soar, and we've got another one. If you're a horse person, you're going to go over the moon on this horse fabric that we're going to be getting in. It is so beautiful. It looks like an artist's rendering that is just so lovely. You're going to be really amazed.
Why don't you mention about your conversations with Anita and Betsy this week?
Oh, I forgot about yes, what in the world am I thinking? I wanted to talk about events today. So, events coming up, April 1st and 2nd, and Benita McCall's going to be here she's a Bernina educator, and she is going to be doing a mystery make artistic edition. You'll get to see, we talk about a little bit of the things that the Berninas do, but if you come to one of these events, you've been wondering if you want a Bernina, you've been not sure it's going to do everything you want, you didn't know what kind of creative possibilities are there, this is the event for you. We will be talking about embroidery, we'll be talking about couching, pin tucks, all kinds of different things that you may not know that your machine can already do, or if you're thinking about upgrading, this is the perfect event for you to see if that's what you want. So, Benita's going to be here for this 2-day event. We're going to have lunch, door prizes, all kinds of fun. We did this with an event with Benita last year, and we had so much fun with her. So go online and register for that event. Plus, for those of you who did the event last year with Benita, we're going to do another embroidery event with her. It is going to be talking a lot about embroidery placement. We're kind of working that all out, but it'll be on March 31st. So save the dates. If you already have the machine and you're not really sure you want to come to that event, if you've got an embroidery machine, will be a ball. You will enjoy that immensely. The first and second are for those of you thinking about upgrading, thinking you might want to do more with your machine and want to learn about it. You'll have a really good time with that. Remember, none of these things are like super involved. It's like an introduction to all of them and a fun way to do it. Plus, there's always deals, guys. If you're thinking about doing any of these machines, you're going to get your best prices going to an event like that. So that's going on. Then on May 13th and 14th, we are going to have Betsy Carlson here. For those of you who've been thinking about a Q series, either a sit-down table or you've been thinking about a long arm, you will want to come to this event because, you know, when we bring in a Bernina educator, this is all they do. Betsy is a huge long armor. She has done tons of work with the sit down. She's done tons of work with the long arms, and she knows all about Q-matics. And so we're bringing her in here so that those of you who've been kind of on the fence, haven't really quite decided you want to go ahead and buy a long arm, you want some more information from the experts, Betsy's going to be here to help you see what it's available. If it's going to do the things you think it's going to, I'm going to guarantee it'll do more, but you'll have fun with her. She's a really nice lady and she is funny. We've been talking to her on the phone the last couple of days along with Benita. We're getting all of these things set up and ready to go for you. The events on the 13th and the 14th, we are going to, they're very limited in seating because we can't put a whole bunch of people around a sit-down model or a long arm. So when you get ready to think about doing this, it's a really good idea if you sign up really quickly on that one because the seating is so compact. Also, what we're going to do is when you sign up, you're going to see that you have to pay for that class, of course, and we're going to give you a coupon when you show up here so that you're going to get half of the price of that registration back. So these are half-day classes. They're going to go fast. Make sure you sign up. And we've also got some stuff for those of you who've already bought your long arms. We've got some training that we're going to do when Betsy's here, and I'll announce that information for you very soon as I get that all taken care of. But basically, it's going to be a little bit more advanced work on your Q-matic, and we're going to offer a training session on Saturday morning, the 14th. So make sure you keep that day available, May 14th. And have that ready for you to be here because she's only going to be here for those 2 days. So make sure you get your sign up as soon as you can on all this stuff. Then I don't want to forget, if you know somebody who's thinking they would like to learn how to quilt, we have a beginning quilting class in March. It is 2 evenings. It's going to be really a wonderful, learn how to put together a nice quilt top. It isn't going to be the machine quilting part of it, but it is going to be how you piece it and how you go and do your borders and things like that. And it's going to be a really fun class. And it's the kind of class that even if you do some quilting, you'll be able to get top done in 2 evenings and you will be like, oh, this is wonderful. And you might not put that time aside in another situation. So join Alice for that one. And all of these are available if you go online to our website, universityofsewing.com, and go ahead and sign up there. And it's in our in-store classes. I know some of you aren't available for them. I have still not gotten my measuring class online yet. We had a really busy week last week with a number of people being out and some other things going on. So I'm going to try very hard to have that ready to go so you guys can see the measuring class for clothes coming up very soon. And the embroidery unit is still going, but let's go over and see how far it got. Okay, so let's go and do that. So this is my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's got 1 minute, guys. That's what it's saying. Ah, guess what? We ran out of bobbin thread. Oh, that was so silly. I didn't realize we were going to run out of bobbin thread. Okay, but you know what? I'm going to just tell you, if you look at the design, all it had left to do was that little bit. And it did that in the time we were here. And I'm going to just tell you, when we had the other one over there going, it took over 20 minutes. We obviously didn't spend that much time here on this one. And isn't it gorgeous, the job that this does? I think the embroidery on the Berninas is just so beautiful. I want to have something with embroidery on everything. So I'm going to have to talk to Alice. I got to get better at this. So everybody, we are getting ready to open. So I'm going to need to get going. But thank you for joining us, and we are happy to have you with us. Thank you for sharing. Remember, you do get you will get those 2 free gifts, the cut loose pattern and the kit for making the case for either your scissors or any of your little tools. Comes with both. You'll get both of those, and it doesn't matter.
If you're the winner.
If you're the winner, and it doesn't matter where you live. We'll ship it to you. We're happy to do that. So make sure that you let us know you shared, because Facebook, it tells us how many shares, but it doesn't always tell us, depending on your privacy settings, that you shared. So if you can just let us know you shared, then we can count you and put your name into the hat. And then Denise draws out a name after each one of these Facebook Live events. And then we can give you away stuff. And I love doing that because it's fun. So everybody have a super day. And we will see you tomorrow for Facebook Live.